Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing great. I have a brand new build for you guys today in a totally new location. This is Robotics Pioneer Park, which is down in the southwest near Sommerville Place. And this is the first place that I have built using the Conquest mod, which allows you to build up to 10 new settlements, I think. And you can build them anywhere you want, as long as they're not too close to existing settlements, and as long as they're not too close to any major city bits. So, you know, anywhere sort of in the built up area of Boston, you wouldn't be able to do it, but anywhere around the sort of outskirts of the map, you can build in all sorts of crazy places. So I thought this place would make a great little market town hideaway, because it's really lush, this area. I'm using the regrowth mod, which I've found has become my favourite green mod. It's probably the most heavy duty one available for Xbox, and it used to have a few performance issues, but they seem to have ironed them out since the first time I tried it, which was when it first came out. It was very laggy. Now I get absolutely no performance issues whatsoever. So check out my barman. His name's Jerkins, and he does the barman thing in his little James Bond tuxedo. So this is also the first time I've given all the settlers cute little uniforms to wear, because I've been playing around with all the armour workbenches that you can build your own armour at now, so I don't have to go searching for stuff. So here we have our resident surgeon, who is definitely not an ex-raider. She's definitely not a psychopath, and she definitely won't botch up your surgery and leave you crippled, for our little makeshift hospital here. Everything in this settlement looks like it was put together in a hurry, and that isn't because I put it together in a hurry. That's because I thought that if the Minutemen were going to set up a base, you know, it would be something fairly simple, something made out of a lot of wood, a lot of shacks, and something that was basic to the point where you have everything you need, and there was nothing too over the top. So there's nothing crazy in this base. It's just got the essential shops and everything to sort of keep the, I think there's about 14 settlers here, you know, everything to just keep them happy. This Conquest mod actually works really well at actually getting settlers here. I haven't had any problems at all with getting people here, assigning them to jobs, getting a supply line. Everything's worked great. So this is the office. This is where you'll find some of the employees. So I didn't really think about people's jobs. I just kind of dressed them up and made it up as I went along. So this guy, I guess he's like the captain of the guards, yeah. And this guy is sort of a postman. And here we have the smallest research facility in all the Commonwealth. This beautiful 6x6 room. Oh, and that woman, I guess she's the mechanic, and for some reason she has a desk. We'll close this gate because there's actually nothing much over there. That is purely for keeping the base secluded, I guess. Now I wonder what could be in this little building. Ah, the quality control, of course. Let's have a look what's been going on in here. Oh shit. Yeah, we're just going to forget this room and move on to the next. Where are we going next? Nothing happened in that room. Absolutely nothing to see there. So I placed the workshop in this place in a bit of a stupid area, and I couldn't figure out how to move it, which is why everything is in the water. I did want to build stuff on the other side of the little pavement that runs around the lake, but the settlement area is kind of lopsided. So where we started in the car park, isn't there supposed to be someone sitting there? There is. He's disappeared. I could build in the car park, but I can't build on the side that we're on now. So, oh, you can see our little chef there. That chef is actually a doctor. If you go and talk to her, she will cure your diseases and sell you a shitload of stim packs. But I didn't look at the item I was placing. I just thought it was a kitchen thing, and when I assigned someone to it, it turned out it was a surgery thing. So it does tell you these things, I just wasn't paying attention. So here is where the settlers get their entertainment, and I've been looking for a mod that does this for ages and that gets settlers to stand in place, and you can actually get some guard posts that are just little mats, and you can assign a settler to these little mats and they will just stand there 24 hours a day. So, you know, I've dressed one of them up like a singer, and the other one I think I've just left her in a raider gear. So maybe it could be some sort of like lip sync battle going on there. And this is my favourite little shop in the whole settlement. The armour and clothing store, complete with a set of display power armour, which is fully working, but I think it's probably going to stay there. And yeah, the seller here is modelling the latest in vault suit design, and we also have some examples of how not to vault suit. I actually quite like the one on the left, but the other two are pretty boring. But there's about maybe 60 or 70 different patterns you can add to the vault suits with the unified clothing overhaul, which is something I've been using since it first came out. And that mod just keeps getting stuff added to it all the time. So this is the first waterfall I've built. The waterfalls are part of the Settlement Objects expansion pack now, and you need dirty water to build them. And I literally stuck one on the roof there because I thought I hadn't used one yet, and I felt like the settlement kind of needed a bit of a water feature. I was originally going to put it on the fountain, but I couldn't find anywhere to snap it to. So there you go. So this is the weapon shop, of course. That is the shittest set of power armor I've ever seen, and that guy is tripped out with some of the best armor I've got, and another strikingly awesome vault suit, and that is just a mannequin with a set of caged armor on, which I've painted black.
Seems to be growing.
Got some plants around the place, ripe for the picking. Nobody ever seems to work on the plants in this place, yet there is plenty of food, so don't know what's happening there. So this is the only proper structure. If I didn't need somewhere for everyone to sleep, I probably wouldn't have even built this, because it's not the best designed building in the world. To be honest, I'm crap at using snap and build, so I don't like any of the white pieces either. Like, everything has got white bricks on one side apart from these wooden windows, which are wood on both sides. So, and they still have, you can see at the top there where there's like white brick trim, and I just think it doesn't quite fit. But so this building is a bit of a mess, but I did decide to have, even though this isn't a vault, I still decided to have kind of an overseer. So this is his office, which is overgrown because I'm using the regrowth mod, which makes trees grow through everything. But yeah, we have an overseer. I guess you'd call him an overseer or a settlement commander or whatever, and he is modelling the very cool ice white vault suit. And he's got his PC there and his fan, and he sits there all day and all night and does absolutely nothing. He doesn't contribute fuck all to the settlement. He just sits there and minds his own business. And there's a nice little garden up here where you can get a slightly obscured view of most of the settlement. So it looks pretty cool. I remember the first time I ever came to this location, I thought, why can't you build a settlement here? It would make such a cool place to build a little market, like have everything on stilts sticking into the water. I mean, there's Murkwater construction site, but that place is really gloomy, and I just thought this place was a better choice. So we're going to jump to night time now because I just want to show you this little garage, and this place just looks so much better at night. A lot of it's just lit up by candles. To save, if you have too many lights, you start to get a few frame rate problems. So I tried to keep proper lighting to a minimum, and I've lit a lot of things up just using candles. But this place, look at this, this is really cool. There's every workbench you could ever need in here. I wanted to build something that's kind of inspired by the whole Red Rocket, you know, the Fallout 4 title screen bit, but it's a little bit different as well. And I just wanted a place that really looked like a hardcore workshop, and somewhere that looked filled up with junk. And now that we've got these new workbenches as well that you can get through some of the mods, the place just looks really awesome. I do need to get another set of power armor to put there. I'm still quite a low level on this playthrough, so every time I find some power armor it's missing most of the pieces. So I think I will have to wait till later on in the game. But I just love the way this place looks at night. In fact, there's a place that I haven't shown you, which is a house that I had to block up, because if you guys have been here, you will know that a Deathclaw spawns in one of the houses. And he is a bit of a nightmare to deal with every time I come here, so I basically just blocked him in the house and put a bunch of laser turrets in there.
Huh? I just want to trade a few things.
So every time that he does respawn, he gets instantly just destroyed by the laser turrets. But just in case, I blocked up the house as well, so he can't escape. A lot of the plants you're seeing around the water's edge, and a lot of the plants that were around the building itself, they're all part of the Settlement Objects expansion pack, and you can basically put them in sort of, you know, you can just put them anywhere really, anywhere that's sort of not a concrete surface. So as you can see, a lot of the plants that you're seeing around the bottom of these buildings are actually things that I've added to give the place a bit more colour.
Huh?
And I don't know if I went a bit over the top with it, but I think it looks good. I think I've got it sort of balanced, it's not too crazy. This is probably the last sensible build I'll be doing, because I haven't done anything ridiculous for ages. And I seem to be enjoying this game again more. I went through a couple of months where I was just kind of forcing myself to build, and I wasn't really having fun. But this one, I've really enjoyed building this, and I think next time I want to build something huge, something a little bit silly, something a bit unrealistic. You know, my last couple of builds have been a little bit more in there with the lore of the game, and you know, stuff like this that you might actually see in the Wasteland. But actually this place looks more like Skyrim than it does Fallout 4 with all these plants. But yeah, next time I'm going to build something a bit crazy, but I've no idea what it's going to be yet. We'll see what happens next week. Actually, I've got some new mods to try out, so I might actually start tonight. But it's oh, that particular building there's nothing in there. It's just part of that's the house that the Deathclaw spawns in, so I've just blocked it all up. I just decided to make the front look a little bit I don't know if you can see there where it's all concrete blocks around the back. But it's totally just to make it look, it's like a fake house. So anyway, right, I think this has gone on long enough, so yeah, thanks very much for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, leave me a comment as well, tell me how shit it is. And yeah, awesome. Hope you all have a super day, and it's been a pleasure showing you around my latest settlement, and I will have another one for you in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, who knows. Take care everyone.